Hey everyone, welcome to the channel if you're new. If you're returning, I appreciate you coming back and checking out my content. I was thinking about this when I was waiting on some friends for a raid. We've all been there, stuck in the lobby, waiting for one of our friends to buy some attachments, get a different gun, or go back and get meds they forgot. Normally there's nothing to do but sit and wait. So I was trying to think of a way to make that time productive. So I came up with this way that's pretty quick on generating rubles in your downtime or in your wait time or however you want to look at it. And this method that we're going to go through here earned me anywhere from 2 to 300,000 rubles in just 15 minutes. Not an hour, in 15 minutes. So during your next thing at downtime or while you're waiting on buddies, you can use this thing to fund your next set of Chad gear. Now there are two caveats with this, and I want to get them out of the way first. First is you need stash space. You can't do this with a completely full stash, or at least it limits you to a great deal. The second is a bankroll. Now technically you can do this with any amount of money since it's based off of percentages, but the more you have, the more you're going to make. It's that simple. I also did this a few times to make sure it wasn't a fluke. The one I'm going to show you was the last time I did it, which was also the one that made the most money. And that's what a good salesman does, is show you the best. If you guys get anything out of this, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do, and you'll see when more content comes out. I'll keep hunting deals like this and make more videos along these lines to help everybody out. I fully expect this method to kind of go downhill over the next couple of weeks as more people catch on to it, but it should always be viable just because of how it functions. So without further ado, let's get rolling. Okay guys, we're going to start experiment number 2 here. Figure out how much we can make pretty quickly. Let's say 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes on the flea market here with F1 grenades. So we're going to buy these 10 off of him just so that gives us that nice little barrier. I like having this because anything that sells underneath that, you can pretty much buy. So if you look, you filter by item. If we sell one of these guys, let's say we sell all 10 of them at 15,750. We'll say 531, 5219. Oops. We're losing about 50 rubles per if we buy them at that expensive, but we're going to balance out now. So all we're going to do is we're going to sit here and wait for some of these to start popping off down here low and cheap. And they will. Don't worry, they will. So the goal here is to buy them at 1,500 rubles or below. That's what the line is that I draw. Now it goes slow for a bit. You just got to have patience. You go a couple of minutes, we have any. And then you're going to have a bunch where you're going to be buying 10 and 15 of them. Just like this right here. I can't believe I got all of them. That surprises me. So as we fast forward here real quick, I'll talk about a couple of tips. First being big lots. If you see some of these pop up that are 50 or 60, I try to buy, instead of just buying them one at a time, I'll go in and buy half of whatever's shown. So if 50 show up, I put in a buy of 25, and you usually get it. And then clean up with singles after that. And that's a good way to get through these quickly. Also, even though the ones at 15.2, 15,200 technically make you money, I tend to leave them in there because it pushes the next seller even lower. So you don't want to just snatch those up. You want to stick with that 1,500 because that's going to open up more of the 14,500 and the $14,000 low bids. Oh, well that kind of throws a kink in things, huh? Oh, you guys can see that. We'll take 196,000 out of the trade there because of my Aquamarie's selling. There's another really good byproduct to this whole process as well. Your flea market trader rating. As your trader rating goes up, so does the number of slots you can sell. At 10 rating, you get 4 slots, and at 30 rating, you get 5 slots, and so on and so forth. I'll throw a link in the wiki for you to check out the full list in the description. Oh my gosh. Apparently my Aquamarie is selling, which is unfortunate because we're going to have to deal with that in the math, but I'll try to be as transparent as I can with you guys. Those things have been on the market for a few hours and weren't selling, so I figured I had some time. So I'm going to speed things up here so you guys don't have to watch me buy for 10 minutes. All in all, we were right around 13 minutes of purchases, and that's even with me dinking around inside the market with those couple Aquamaries I sold. Now, one thing that happened here that didn't happen on a couple of the others was these big packages of grenades to buy. There was one in here that was an 80 that I ended up getting almost 50 or 60 grenades out of from one guy that was for 14,000. Now that doesn't make you make more money, but what it does is it speeds this whole process up. So you really want to keep an eye out for those and get these purchases done in as big a chunks as possible. And like I said, stick with half of whatever's available and then work your way up from there. Sometimes you get in between the bots on the refresh and you can get the whole stack. All right, we are full. 14 minutes and 30 seconds. All right, so as you guys can see, oopsies, totally filled up with grenades now. I did have that one, these two here hit, so we will take those into account. Oh, we gotta put that in there. Filter by item, add offer. We're going to do the trusty old 15,750. And not for that. Is it actually going to let me select that? It was. Okay. 320. There we are. Now we're listed. It took me a little over 4.5 million rubles to buy all 320 grenades and list them on the flea market. So keep that in mind. You need money to list. Don't run out of that at the end buying grenades. All right, I'm going to fast forward through the sell phase here. Now, you don't have to sit and watch this. I did just because I wanted to have the info for it. But it took right around 12 minutes and 40 seconds for all of the grenades to sell. And that was without me doing any manipulation, without buying any more grenades, so we didn't fudge with the math. If you're in here buying grenades on the low end, you're actually going to speed that up because it's going to push your listing closer to the top. Now, if you doubt that this works, one guy you can go look at in here is his literal name is Mr. F1. He said he's got thousands of grenades for sale on here. And if it's working for him, it can work for all of us. And that's that, everyone. A little over 280,000 rubles in about 13, 14 minutes of work. So if you found the video helpful, please like it down below. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe. Helps the channel out a bunch. Hope to see you in the flea market making money. Have a good night.